I now request Mahamahim Rashtrapati ji to kindly deliver his inaugural address.
Friends, my greetings to all of you. First of all, I like to greet my friends, Professor Ramurthy, Professor Sanjay Dande, Professor Surendra Prasad, Professor Rajiv Sangal, Professor Rishiraj Goud, Sri Pawan Gupta, and all the Vice Chancellors, professors, teachers, and students. I am indeed delighted to participate in the National Convention on Human Values in Education through Jeevan Vidya, organized by IIT Kanpur and IIT Hyderabad. It is inspiring to find that professors from institutions like IIT Kanpur and IIT Hyderabad and NIT Raipur are laying emphasis on integrating value-based education as a part of a total education system. Spreading of this movement in all the institutions in the country will enable creation of an enlightened society. My greetings to faculty members, practitioners of Jeevan Vidya, organizers, students, and other distinguished guests. During the last few years, many citizens from India and abroad have expressed the need of intensifying the promotion of value system as a part of education. I have come across many good minds working on our youth through a value-based education system. Jeevan Vidya is a unique effort in this direction. I am glad that you are taking up education with value system as a major subject of discussion in your convention today. When I am with you, I have chosen the topic, evolution of enlightened citizen, for discussion. Now friends, I am going to be with you 20 minutes, wish you all the best. Now, I was thinking, I see the audience, mixed audience, experienced and young. So I'll be changing during my talk based on the gathering here. Now, Jeevan Vidya, pioneered by Sri Nagarajji, I have met him a number of times, and propagated by Professor Ganesh Bagaria, IIT Kanpur, Professor Rajiv Sangal, Director, IIT, and their teams. This scheme is concerned about addressing the basic causes of major problems of violence, corruption, exploitation, domination, terrorism, and finally resulting into the war. It has been found that violent and anti-social behavior, unless dealt with intensive care with professionalism, could aggravate the extreme behavior. I understand Jeevan Vidya is a teachable human value-based skill that can address inherent conflicts within the mind of the individual, within the families, in organization, in public life. Inner conflict is the very essence of violence. Jeevan Vidya develops tolerance for ambiguity and uncertainty in human contact, I understand from Nagarajji, by enabling self-knowledge that understand harmony in the self and in the entire existence. The experts could bring about the marked change even among the inmates of jails through the use of these techniques. It has been found by imparting Jeevan Vidya skills, it will be possible to reduce the overall period of secondary education from 25,000 hours now, less than 20,000 hours, since the children become more responsible and productivity conscious. These experiments can be outreached to influence many people by developing networks using ICT through our educational system that needs to pay increasing attention to this aspect of human development. The process of imparting self-knowledge would promote a learning atmosphere where this whole movement of inquiry into knowledge, into oneself, into the possibility of something beyond knowledge would bring about naturally a psychological revolution. From this comes inevitably a totally different order in human relationship and therefore society as a whole. The intelligent understanding of this process itself can bring about a profound change in the consciousness of mankind. What is consciousness? Conscience is the light of the soul that burns within the chambers of our psychological heart. It is as real as life is. It raises the voice in protest whenever anything is thought of or done contrary to the righteousness. Conscience is a form of a truth that has been transferred through our genetic stock in the form of the knowledge of our own acts and feeling as right or wrong. Conscience is also a great ledger where our offenses are booked and registered. It is a terrible witness. It threatens, promises, rewards, and punishes, keeping all under its control. If conscience thinks once, it is an admonition. If twice, it's a condemnation. Cowardice asks, is it safe? The greed asks, is there any gain in it? The vanity asks, can I become great? The lust asks, is there pleasure in it? But conscience asks, is it right? Why have we become deaf to this voice? Insensitive to its pricks, callous to the criticism. The result is corruption. Corruption is an assault on consciousness. The habit of taking bribes and seeking favors has become very common. People holding important position are inconsiderate to their conscience. They pretend everything is all right. Do not they have idea of the law of action and reaction? Have they forgotten how impressions of the subconsciousness mind and their force work? If you take bribes, your thoughts and actions are registered in the subconscious mind. Will you not be carrying forward your dishonesty to your next generation, causing them great suffering? It is a painful reality that corruption has become a way of life affecting all aspects of living, personal as well as social. As said by Alexander Pope, an honest man is the noblest work of God. Can value-based education lead to the honesty? When I was studying the Jeevan Vidya program, certain events come to my mind which reveals the practical philosophy of life. I would like to share some of the events with you. Can the impedance of the events be matched with the teaching of Jeevan Vidya? First, let us talk to unity of minds. I was studying the classic Dialogue of Plato, written 2,400 years ago, where Plato brings out our aim is founding the state was not the disproportionate happiness of any one class, but the greatest happiness of the society as a whole. Similarly, almost the same period, a Tamil poet Saint Thiruvalluvar said, "Piniyin selvam, vinayinbam yemam, aniyanba natrikku ivaindu." That is, the important elements that constitute a nation are being disease-free, wealth, high productivity, harmonious living, and strong defense. We have to find how we can provide all these elements to all the citizens of the nation on an equitable basis for happiness for all. This may result in an extremism-free world, a peaceful world. I would like to first discuss with you my personal experience in exploring what brings happiness to the human beings. During the year 2003, in the beautiful Arunachal Pradesh, I visited a Buddhist monastery at Tawang, 3,500-meter altitude. I stayed and spent some time nearly for a day. I observed a unique situation in all the villages nearby where young and experienced were all radiating happiness in spite of severe winter environment. Then I visited the 400-year-old Tawang monastery itself, And there also I saw monks of all age groups in a state of serenity. I was asking myself, what is the unique feature of Tawang and surrounding villages which makes people and monks to be at peace with themselves? When the time came, I asked Chief Monk, how is Tawang villages and monastery I am experiencing peace and happiness being radiated by everyone? There was a pause, and the Chief Monk smiled. He said, you are the President of India. You will be knowing all about us and the whole nation. Again I said, it is very important for me, you please give me your thoughtful analysis. There was a beautiful golden image of Lord Buddha, radiating smile and peace. The chief monk assembled nearby all his nearly 100 young and experienced monks. The chief monk and myself were sitting amidst them. The chief monk gave a short discourse. Actually, he was given an equation. The chief monk gave a short discourse, which I would like to share with you. Chief monk said, in the present world, we have a problem of distrust, unhappiness transforming into violence. This monastery spreads when you remove I and me from your mind, you will eliminate ego. If you get rid of ego, hatred towards fellow human beings will vanish. If the hatred goes out of your mind, the violence in thinking and action will disappear. If violence in our mind is taken away, peace springs in human minds. Then peace alone will blossom in the society. This was the monk said. I realized the meaning of beautiful equation for a peaceful life, but difficult mission for the individual is how to remove ethos of I and me. For this we need the education inculcated in the young age as propagated by Indian philosophers. Now friends, search for truth. In my search for evolving a peaceful and prosperous society, I got past the answer. My search for real truth continues. I saw an ancient Christian monastery in Bulgaria during my visit, where I had discussion with the highly experienced monks on the message of Tawang. I explained to him what I felt Tawang, what the message I got. The monk said, Christian monk added that forgiveness is also the foundation for good life. He says, you add to that forgiveness also the foundation for a good life. Now coming nearer in the birthplace of Swami Vivekananda, I explained the Tawang experience to the disciples. They too felt the Tawang experience indeed is a beautiful, they added, trait of giving will add to peace and happiness. Trait of giving will add peace and happiness. Then I visited Ajmer Sharif, where I participated in the Friday namaz. Here the Sufi expert told me that Almighty's creation, the man, has been challenged with another powerful creation of shaitan. Only good deeds lead to good thinking. Good thinking results in the action radiating love as commanded by Almighty. So everyone added one point. Now, I would like to recall one incident which commonly occurs in many parts of our country. I have witnessed this event when I was a young boy. In our house, periodically, I used to see 3 different unique personalities meet when I was a 10 years fellow. Pakshi Lakshmana Shastrigal, who was the head priest of the famous Rameswaram temple, and he's a Vedic scholar. Reverend Father Bodal, who built the first church in Rameswaram Island, and my father, who was the imam in the mosque. You know the combination. All the 3 of them used to sit and discuss the island's problem, find solutions. In addition, they built several religious connectivities with compassion. These connectivities quietly spread to the others in the island like the fragrance from the flowers. This sight always comes to my mind whenever I discuss with people of dialogue of religions. India has had this advantage of integration of minds for thousands of years. Throughout the world, the need to have a frank dialogue among the cultures, religions, and civilization has been felt now more than ever. Now, while talking about good deeds, I am reminded of the advice given to Gandhiji when he was 12 years boy by his mother. Mother says, son, that is Gandhiji, son, in your entire lifetime, if you can save or better someone's life, your birth as a human being and your life is a success. You have the blessing of the Almighty God. This is the advice 12-year boy Mahatma Gandhi got it. A great advice indeed at the right age for the young to have. Now, during the 100th birthday of His Holiness, Sri Sri Shivakumara Swami of Sri Siddhaganga Math, Tumkur, Karnataka, I was there. A message of giving came to my mind celebrating his contribution, which I would like to share with you. When I saw him, 100 years man, standing vertical, without any notes, giving a speech, and a few lakhs people in front of him. And why that radiation comes from where? Because he established 144 schools and colleges, and he's feeding thousands of orphans every day. That giving give him such a strength. When I saw that, then I wrote there itself a poem. So to celebrate his 100 years and his happiness, radiating message of giving, radiating message on giving. This is what I told my parliament also on 10th May. That message goes like this: oh, my fellow citizens, in giving you receive happiness. I hope none of you will object to that. In giving, you receive happiness in body and soul. You have everything to give. You'll be surprised. You have everything to give. If you have knowledge, share it. If you have resources, share it with the needy. Use your mind and heart to remove the pain of the suffering and cheer the sad hearts. In giving, you receive happiness. Almighty will bless all your action. Friends, the experience which I have described above give us insight that human beings can attain lasting peace and happiness only when they rise above their selves and work towards serving others without external temptation. Probably, Jivan Vidya can lay the foundation of education in the young age for evolving a conflict-free, happy life resulting in an attitude of giving and giving. I have come across many incidents where people have, irrespective of their normal professional affiliations, has come forward for great societal mission by giving, let the tribe multiply. In conclusion, friends, righteousness is the beginning. What we need is a contact of an eternal goodness, a wholesomeness in human contact, which is righteousness as set in the divine hymn. I heard somewhere it was recited. Now, if you don't mind, young and also experienced can repeat with me, will you? Will you? Yes or no? Oh, yeah, because you are all silently sitting. Where, you are not eaten 2 days, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. There is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. When we need peace in the world, we need order in the nation. We need harmony in the home. Wherever we may be in the planet Earth, the origin is righteousness in the heart. How do we evolve righteousness in the hearts of every citizen of the world? Jivan Vidya program is one of the unique experiences which can lead to righteousness in every heart, leading to the evolution of a enlightened society. With these words, I have already inaugurated, but again I inaugurate the National Convention on human values in education through Jeevan Vidya, and my best wishes to all the participants in their mission of evolving an educational system which will help in the evolution of an enlightened society. May God bless you all.
Sir, we are truly overwhelmed. We salute to you, sir. We bow to you for these valuable words. It's my now pleasant duty to express the vote of thanks to the three organizing directors and Professor Ramurthy, the Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Delhi, to make this convention happen. And the impact, sir, that we have had by your inaugural speech will be long-standing. The future generation will really remember your thrust to this, such an important cause. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Gentlemen, this has been a very great experience, and your kind participation. As I said, very senior people have come, and people have come from far and wide. You have taken trouble. You have been having inconveniences. We are so very grateful to you. I think we join in a landmark event which will pave way for the future. Thank you very much. Now we will have national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा